After nearly 100 episodes of Lions franchise last year, I'm taking on a new challenge, a team even lower rated than the Detroit Lions, and that is the New York Giants. As you can tell behind me, my favorite team, and let me tell you, I'm wearing black for a reason. This might as well be a funeral. This is a really, really bad team. I hate to say it, but God, dude, when you're lower overall than the Lions, that says a lot. One, about, the way EA does ratings, let's be honest, but two, it's not the best team in the world. We know that. And I think I know the man for the job. And it's not Brian Daboll. It's head coach Gene Dangus. He's been everywhere. The Jaguars. When the Texans relocated and became the Austin Desperados. I forgot my own series. Don't worry about it. Last year with the Detroit Lions. And now he's taking his talents to the Big Apple. Not really. It's New Jersey. A little bit less exciting. That's where I'm from. And it's no New York, but it's nice. I'll tell you what, though. The last thing we need is Coach Dangus getting some of that gabagool in him. He's already built like a plastic bag full of pudding. It's not going to be a good look for him. Last year for Lions franchise, I skipped the preseason. I might play that a little bit differently, so either our first game will be against the Patriots, and if hypothetically you want to buy tickets to that, you could use code Bengal on SeatGeek, save yourself $20 when you buy tickets for anything. Like that plug, seamless. But it is true. If you want to buy tickets for anything, code Bengal on SeatGeek is the way to do it. And we'll check out this team. First of all, Andrew Thomas, criminally rated. 76 is way, way too low for, at this point, probably the Giants' best player. Listen, I love Saquon. I want Saquon to stay healthy. But we really just haven't seen Saquon at that top level. And Andrew Thomas, despite not a great rookie season, where, guys like me probably, started casting doubt maybe a little bit too early. We saw him play amazingly last year on a really, really bad team. And Xavier McKinney, I would say, is probably the second best player. Adoree Jackson did play well last year. Dexter Lawrence is good. Leonard Williams. This is going to be a tough call for Giants franchise because he's definitely good. However, I don't think he is this good. When we can see his contract, it's significant. And it's a lot of money to pay. Now, right now, we can probably afford to do it because the rest of the team isn't so great. We're still on the rookie contract of Daniel Jones, who also poses us a big problem because Daniel Jones, Danny Dimes, he plays like Danny Pennies, dude. He's just not very good. But he also hasn't had like a great group of guys around him. So, a situation is everything. And when you've had the coaches that he's had and the offensive line in front of him, it would be tough for anyone to thrive in that environment, but also individually, I just don't think he's very good. The receivers is also a rough bunch, and as I'm going through here, I'm noticing that it's basically ascending to different levels of eyebrow strength, and I will notice that because, as you guys can see, I basically have two caterpillars on my face, but Darius Slayton, it's like all the way, and then it goes to Sterling Shepard a little bit less, and then Kenny Golladay a little bit less than that, and then Kadarius Toney is just like he shaved them off, I guess. There's nothing there. And the reason I'm choosing to focus on that is because it's the only thing I can talk about with the receivers, man. It's just, again, not a very good group. Sterling Shepard is basically always injured. Kenny Golladay, who is also injured a lot, is getting paid so much, and he was a huge disappointment last year. And we'll have to see this year. I'm hoping with the new offensive system, he's actually going to be doing what he's best at, which is being that physical red zone threat presence, contested catch monster. That's what Kenny Golladay needs to do. Catch the ball in traffic, go up and get it. And he just didn't really have those opportunities even last year. It's crazy to go from like Ben McAdoo to Pat Shurmur to Joe Judge. It's been a brutal revolving door of head coaches to now finally Brian Daboll. I hope Daboll's the difference. Darius Slayton basically can't catch the football. And then Kadarius Toney might be the star of this. Toney is super fun when he's on the field. You talk about a rookie that had nearly 200 yards receiving versus the Cowboys. His best asset is certainly as a ball carrier after the catch. He's electric with the football in his hands. Probably the toughest player to tackle in the open field in all of the NFL, not named Lamar Jackson, and maybe even then. And I also got to show some love to Evan Neal. Superstar development right tackle, surely. Top 10 pick by the Giants this past season. Really hope that he ends up becoming a monster because then the Giants are set with the bookends of this offensive line. At tight end, I think Daniel Bellinger will eventually be that guy. And then defensively, we do have some good young edge rushers to build around. Under Wink Martindale, Giants are currently in a 3-4. Whether that stays a 3-4 for me during the duration of this rebuild, because I'm the new head coach, Gene Dangus, I'm not sure. Got Kayvon Thibodeau, obviously super excited about him. Unfortunately, only star development, but he is still a really high potential player, and hopefully through play this season, he ends up getting superstar dev. It's hidden right now, but there have been videos and stuff about who has what dev trade, and I'm a Madden creator. I kind of have to know. And then, yeah, it is what it is. Azeez Ojulari is another one of those young players that's super exciting, but look at this group of guys, man. I mean, we have Tay Crowder and Blake Martinez as our 2 starting inside linebackers. Darian Beavers, I think, could end up becoming a pretty good value player, at least, as someone that I believe was a 7th-round pick or close to it. Top of the 6th round, my mistake. Micah McFadden, another linebacker taken. Just not really the linebackers I'm looking for. He's blitz heavy. Like, he should be good in certain roles. I don't really think he's going to be an every down starting linebacker, at least for me in this franchise. And I mean, I don't even know who this is. And that should say a lot, because I know I'm a huge Giants fan. I know like everybody in the league. I have never heard of Austin Calitro in my entire life. I looked into him, went undrafted out of Villanova in like 2017. I just have no idea. And outside of Blake Martinez, the fact that he is within 4 overall points of the next highest overall starting linebacker on this team, and Tay Crowder, is troubling. Xavier McKinney in the secondary, great. Sherrod Wilson in behind him, Yusuf Corker. Probably going to end up replacing Julian Love. Andrew Adams is back with the Giants, I guess. He was pretty good a few years ago. He was undrafted at a UConn, I believe, but ended up being a pretty good player for the Giants and then moved around a bit. I want to say Saints last year? No, Bucks. Yes, went to the Bucks after the Giants, and he is back now, but it's not a great group. Dane Belton probably would have competed for a lot of playing time, but got hurt, and that has not been updated in the game. So maybe Dane Belton will end up playing a little bit for me, but is injured in real life. He might be able to come back for this season, though, so actually, never mind. I think it's a broken collarbone. I think he's going to be okay. Secondary, still, we have Adoree Jackson, who's good. Should have him for a while. Outside of that, it's rough. Like, Darnay Holmes is a slot corner, and then the rest of these guys are kind of built for the slot. Aaron Robinson played slot at UCF. Cordell Flott out of LSU, might as well be Cordell Slot. Probably ends up being a slot corner in the NFL. The Giants really don't have a true boundary corner, so going into the draft, that'll be a huge focus for us. And I'll still want to upgrade the defensive line. I could see a scenario where Leonard Williams is off the team. Dexter Lawrence could end up getting a contract extension. We're looking for another defensive tackle, and then potentially another pass rusher. What we could do if we stick in the 3-4 is like Thibodeau and Ojulari as true like edge rushers, and then we could have a big 4-3 defensive end just slide inside. Someone who's like, 6'4", 6'5", 275. Just play him as a 3-4 defensive end and slide him inside to be a rush defensive tackle. That could happen, but big upgrades need to be made. I'm not sure, even though I like Azeez Ojulari at only a 75 overall, which is, I guess, one of the highest on this team. I'm not sure he ends up being like a full-fledged dominant force for us, although I'm going to do everything I can to make it happen, as we'll upgrade run stopper to start here. Block shedding +2, and then man coverage by 1, zone coverage +2. Not super valuable for somebody playing as a primary rush player, but it'll be good when he drops into coverage, which is hopefully a rarity. He will be a rush. And we also have O'Shane Zimenez. I'd like to get Quincy Roche some more playing time. He was actually a really good player for Miami. He was a highly touted transfer, actually, from Temple, if I remember correctly. But +1 speed, +2 finesse moves is not bad. He could earn himself some playing time. I think that's pretty much all I want to talk about. Mark Glowinski got signed in free agency. I mean, John Feliciano as well, but he's kind of a Band-Aid. Glowinski's probably going to end up being the starting guard for a few years here on this right side. Shane Lemieux, Josh Azudu probably ends up becoming the starter, I would bet, but maybe not. Whether I'll start him or not sure yet. And as for the style of this franchise, it will be all Madden simulation. It's not supposed to be easy, so if it gets to be too easy, the sliders will be tweaked to make it more difficult, hopefully more realistic, so know that in advance. It's also important to note I'm not the best player, so if I play poorly, you know what? Better series, better content. Injuries will be on. Pre-existing injury, of course, will be on. It's not supposed to be easy, it's supposed to be realistic. Bad stuff is supposed to happen, and it will happen. And you know what? Executive decision. You guys don't care about the preseason anyway. We're going to the regular season, baby. Week 1 will be at the Tennessee Titans. Our season goal. Well, last year with the Lions, it could not have gone worse. I think we were like 0-8. And you're probably like, how do you go 0-8 against the computer? welcome to this series. My goal is going to be 7 wins. We get plus 15 staff points for doing that, which isn't really even, that's not a big enough bonus over 8. No, you know what? My goal is 4 wins. Just go out there and exist. Don't even have to play well. The draft class will be auto-generated. We'll do scouting across this series. Don't worry about it. And already I love to see that there is a top corner in this class. There's also a quarterback within the top 10. In fact, there are 3 overall. And I can't help but notice that Edward Sloan looks exactly like the penis head play. I can't. He looks like the thumb that I drafted in my series, or my video, drafting until I get a generational player. The quarterback with like 97 speed. Now, this is not that player. He's got decent to solid speed, so I'm not going to get too excited about Edward Sloan. Oh, top fits for Daniel Brinkley are the Commanders and also the Commanders. Physicals, all locked for him. Why do we see the quarterback but not him? We have 5% on certain QBs. Okay. James Shaw, are you an athlete? He's got great to elite for strength and throw power. Going to be a statue in the pocket, though. And then Cody Bailey, good to great throw power. He just seems well-rounded. Going to have to be a really good thrower of the football for me to be super interested, I would say. But overall, not stoked about the quarterback class. I would really like to come out of this draft with a QB, but I don't know what's going to happen. Opening day keys. What are our keys to success? Reporter says it's opening day this week and a fresh start for every team around the league, and you'll be facing the Titans. What's the key to victory? Now, do I do the Gene Dangas voice? I'm not going to. We're going to say stifling. We're not going to be able to stop anybody. We're going to go dominating offense. Ideally, we establish a rhythm on offense, dictate the flow of the game, and get a big enough lead to make their offense one-dimensional. It already is. They're just going to give the ball to Derrick Henry. We know that. Obviously, every offense wants to be balanced. What's your main focus? The running game, for once? We threw the ball a lot in Lions franchise, but here we have Saquon Barkley. We could run the ball a little bit more. We want to pound the rock. Solid run game is going to limit the opponent's possessions. And I guess I wasn't reading that. All right. Beat the Titans and rush for 150 plus yards is just not going to happen. So, setting ourselves up for failure already. Great start. At least we'll get used to it. The thing about this team, though, is I don't have to be locked into a QB. We need an upgrade at corner badly, at middle linebacker badly, and that can include another pass rusher, honestly. So a lot of these guys are in play, and of course, if you watch Lions franchise, you know I'm going to be interested in my safeties. And this class seems to have some potentially good ones. So my national scouts expertise on position is tight end and quarterback. Jessica, pang! Pang, you're fired. Goodbye. I'm starting fresh. Clean out the room. Mackenzie, you're gone. If you guys watched my tutorial on scouting, I'm going to go ahead and kind of line up some of these scouts with what I need. The strengths of the class are corner, left end, and quarterback, which is interesting because we looked at the quarterbacks. They didn't really look amazing, but I guess it's going to be one of the strengths of this class. The weaknesses are center, left tackle, and right guard. The entire offensive line, but the problem is I could use some of those positions. Left guard, certainly. Center, probably. I think I'm going to go ahead and sign Yijun Huang here. Corner, middle linebacker for position expertises. We need both of that, and it seems to be a decent class for both of that, so I'll hire him. I'd like for my next scout to be, I would say, 2-star with wide receiver and corner, if that exists. And perfect. NFL legend, Doug Baldwin. Maybe that's a bit of a stretch. But he was actually a really good player for the 2010s with Seattle. Always make your tier 3 scout your national scout. Always, always, always. We're really going to know about corners in this class. We're going to know all about them. Now, there's only really one that would be super interested in. I'm looking everywhere else, and there's like one other corner. Sean Hawthorne. You guys can't even see that. But Sean Hawthorne in the West here is the only other good one. So am I wasting another corner slot? Maybe I'll change my national scout. I think we will get somebody that knows how to scout quarterbacks for the Southeast. Quarterback and safety works for me. We'll hire Mason Sheets. I really want defensive end and middle linebacker. I don't think that exists here. They have middle linebacker and outside linebacker. I've seen middle linebacker, defensive tackle. I've seen defensive end and outside linebacker, but there's no middle linebacker, defensive end, unfortunately. Middle linebacker, outside linebacker works for me, though. We'll sign Ismail Riley. with that type of name, Ismael, kind of feels like we're playing Assassin's Creed Revelations on my third channel. Link is in the description. What? And then in the central, I think defensive end and outside linebacker should work out really well. Am I about to sign somebody named Lulu Hernandez? I guess so. So this is how we're setting it up. Hopefully it ends up working out well for us. I think it will. Now, we do have a mismatch here in the West with middle linebacker, outside linebacker, but I'm okay with that because there was no middle linebacker, defensive end. I can't find that, so I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to go tight end, middle linebacker. There's no way. Other than that, things look pretty good. Really going big on corner because corner is a position I'm really going to highly consider. And Daniel Brinkley seems to be the best one. Hopefully he ends up being a beast. If you think I'm above trading up to number 1 for a corner, you're mistaken. How do I upgrade Darius Slayton's catch only? 78. Well, it'll just do it naturally. And I guess slot will. We'll test it out, see what's going on here. +1 catching, +3 catching traffic. That'll work. I don't really see Richie James playing much. He's primarily a return man, but has quite a high overall and decent ratings, to be honest. I remember he was doing pretty well in 49ers camp a few years ago. We'll do deep threat on Richie James, but again, I really don't see him seeing the field very much unless we have a classic Sterling Shepard injury. And I'll tell you, not everybody on this roster is safe, as you can imagine. And receiver is kind of like that position that's sticking out with Sterling Shepard and Kenny Golladay and Darius Slayton. I can tell you, I don't think all those guys are making it to the midseason mark at the trade deadline. I don't. Here we go. Giants Titans, week 1. Got to face Derrick Henry, coming back off of injury. We'll see how he plays. We have Saquon hoping for a big game. We're going to pound the rock and hopefully not get annihilated. Oh, there he is. That doesn't look like a future MVP. Oh, Blake Martinez up the middle. Oh, this is going to be the showdown of all showdowns. Tannehill versus Danny Dimes. I know who I'm backing. MVP Daniel Jones. Flyover. What an electric start to what surely will be a terrible game to watch. Giants-Titans. All right. Oh, and there's Derrick Henry warming up, throwing the football. Good stuff. Yeah, they're going to run the ball. We know that. We got to shut it down. And we'll start by kicking off. Wind going 6 miles per hour towards the end zone. Tennessee starting with just a little bit of momentum, and the Graham Gano kick will carry out of the back of the end zone, and Tennessee will start with football on the 25. This, if you're new here, is like a hybrid breaking the fourth wall commentary series. They're gonna be ebbs and flows. It's gonna go in and out. Got to stay on your toes. Ryan Tannehill, wow, it's looking tough. Now I usually do coach suggestions just so I can't stick in one defense I know is going to be really good, just shut a team down, and vice versa on offense, right? I don't only want to work, and this is a terrible start. Oh my. And I don't want to stick in only one offense or one strong formation. So I do coach suggestions on offense as well. This is a storyline series. It's not so much about the gameplay, and you might have been able to tell that from just one play in. Titans to midfield now. They're actually going to throw the ball. Didn't take long. That's going to be thrown over the middle in front of Adoree Jackson for another Tennessee first down. This is just this crap Madden momentum. If we were at MetLife rocking right now, they wouldn't even have a yard. You throw it over Blake Martinez down the middle of the field to Phillips. And already Tennessee is driving and thriving. Down to the 13-yard line. This is a rough start. This is a really, really bad start. The biggest thing I'm noticing is just how slow my linebackers are and how slow they react. It's me a stretch right. Crowder in pursuit. Diving, can't get him. Love just didn't do anything. It's a Derrick Henry touchdown. Was I not in range to make a tackle on Derrick Henry there? Am I not locking on? I don't know how we didn't make this tackle with Tay Crowder. He just flew right by him, dude. At least, if you're new here, now you know what you're in for. It's going to be a lot of that. Bad stuff. This is not my game where I'm incredibly talented and trying my best. And we'll get a first look at what could be a dominant Giants offense. Richie James with a decent return to start. We'll get the football on the 33. And look at this imposing Giants offense led by number 8, Vanilla Vic. Didn't take long to break that one out. Daniel Jones. Boy, is he bad. 87 throw power feels a bit low for Daniel Jones, though. I feel like he's got a decent arm. 87 feels, marginal. And really with only 3 down linemen here, I mean, we have Harold Landry about to rush after us. I feel like we should be able to run the ball pretty effectively, though, here. And Saquon will get it. Decent gain to start, certainly. That's going to be close to the first down marker. We'll mark Saquon an inch or two short to bring up 2nd and inches. And I think we're going to run the football again here. Jordan Akins, the tight end, slides into the backfield. Extra blocker. And Saquon just goes straight up the middle. Take the first down. Fall forward for more. Is this what we're going to get with Saquon Barkley this year? Because I'm in. This is a great start. Going to stick to the ground game. We got some decent blocks. Saquon will rumble forward for a few. And he will get it again. Looking for space. Couldn't find it. Maybe a yard. And just like that, it is 3rd down. It looked like a promising drive. We're in go-for-it territory here if we can just get a few yards. They look like they're doubling Tony on the outside. We had a little slot fade going on with Sterling Shepard. And we just couldn't get the football off. Tried to release Jordan Akins. We took a sack with Danny Dimes. All right. And we got the Scottish Hammer, Jamie Gillen out here. We will punt. Terrible end of this drive, man. Jordan Akins just didn't release when I expected him to, and we couldn't throw the football. It's a decent punt, though. And that's what you're going to get with this series as well. I can't play offense or defense, but let me tell you, I am the best punter on YouTube. Best punter, for sure. That's how we start. Inside the 5, welcome to the show. That's the real show. You want to see some talent? Punts inside the 5 only. Except for when I don't, of course. And Derrick Henry's off to the races. Darnay Holmes brings him down by the ankles. Already it's a massive gain, and they've completely erased the punt. 3rd down and 3. Fullback is in the backfield. They're going to run out of I for him. Henry just bowls over Xavier McKinney. I don't know what we do against that. It's going to be the whole game. Derrick Henry is a freak of nature. He is an actual human tank, and he's going to cause me a lot of pain today. Give me a pitch right. Blake, please make a play, and down goes Henry. He'll lose a yard. Dude, they have like full momentum in the top. It's not good. They're going to throw the ball, though. Henry late release out of the backfield. Tannehill off his back foot, and that ball is knocked in the air, incomplete. Looks like Traylon Burks was the intended receiver on the play. Robert Woods is new to the Titans this year. See him in the slot. Tannehill rolling out towards that side. Has all day. Will eventually throw it away. And there is an injured Giant on the field grabbing his right shoulder. It's top 10 pick out of Oregon, Kayvon Thibodeau. Can you not? And now he's holding his wrist, so the injury's changed. He's going to go ahead and jog to the locker room. You have to be kidding me, dude. This is not real right now. One of the only players that could ever maybe even have a good play on this team is now gone. Dislocated shoulder. He's done. And O'Shane Zimenez is coming in. This is not off to a great start. But Saquon will look for space here. Get to the 2nd level. That's a great gain. 5 rushes for 36 yards. This is looking like vintage Saquon Barkley. Flashback to his rookie year. This is the Saquon pre-injury that we're getting. An electric playmaker. And I'm just not going to let them come out with 3 down linemen with this and have us not run the ball. Saquon, jump cut to the outside. He's got space. Saquon down the sideline, stiff arming, and is out of bounds inside the 20. What a run by Saquon Barkley. We just got great blocking, plain and simple. They came out and just got pancaked. I see multiple pancakes. It's like the IHOP out here. Saquon, jump cut to the outside. And then, I mean, you see Jeffrey Simmons in pursuit. I think it was Amani Hooker who ended up pushing him out of bounds. Hooker ending the fun. Usually it's not how that goes. But this brings up a fresh set of downs for the Giants. We're going to go ahead and work off play action here. Little bootleg. Throwing for the tight end. It's the rookie out of San Diego State, Daniel Bellinger. Big gain on the first throw of the game for Daniel Jones here. It's Daniel to Daniel. Great combo. Great catch on the sideline by Bellinger. And he was a pretty good player at San Diego State. Could be a big contributor for the Giants. And it is 1st and goal. Jones off of play action. Once again going for Bellinger. And the tight end with back-to-back catches secures it for the touchdown. Daniel Bellinger with the first touchdown of Giants franchise here in Madden 23. That's just a mismatch. You got to throw at the mismatches. Was he the most open? No. That's the end of that sentence. I'm not going to embarrass myself. Okay? We're done here. Am I going to miss this? I've missed the extra point. I am going to embarrass myself. I thought it was going to go faster. It's all Madden. It speeds up all the way and then slows down. I got caught off guard, dude. I'll nail it on this one, though. Close enough. And we are down by a point. We'll have to go for 2 probably at some point later in this game. And now without Kayvon Thibodeau, we're going to try and get stops any way we can. Henry is, of course, not going to go down from a Julian Love arm tackle. He's had a very good start. Dane Belton coming into the box, going to play man coverage against Austin Hooper to see how that matchup works. And they're actually going to target him. Ow, is that a completion? I'm right there. Blake Martinez looking like Green Bay Packers Blake Martinez, which also happens to be now New York Giants Blake Martinez. If you don't know, now you know. He's terrible. It's 3rd and 3. I really wouldn't put it above them to still run the ball here. I know we're showing blitz, but we're actually going to get killed here. Tannehill got the football out quickly. They ran the correct play, right? They ran stick and just got rid of the football quickly. It's the right thing to do, but we wanted to force them to get rid of the football quickly, hoping for some longer developing routes. They did not show them to us. Quick throw. Aaron Robinson can't wrap up. There is a flag. We'll see if this is coming back. Face mask. 3rd and 5. And that's going to be a big completion by the rookie, Kyle Phillips. I believe he was a 5th-round pick out of UCLA. For sure UCLA, I think 5th-round pick. And he's a good slot receiver, man. Haven't seen him too much in this game. Makes a big catch there. Kind of just drifted over with Blake Martinez. It was going to be a catch either way. And then it's going to be a touchdown. Azeez Ojulari in coverage against the tight end, Austin Hooper. Not a great matchup. It's a touchdown for the Titans, showing that they can score in other ways than just handing the ball off to Derrick Henry. And they will extend the lead to 8 points. We're going to need a 2-point conversion at some point. The missed extra point, I mean, welcome to the series. I don't know what to tell you. Can't be afraid to run the football here. Saquon's been so effective for us so far. But when the offensive line looks like that, it's tough to be. 2nd and 11. Daniel Bellinger is our passing offense right now. We're going to throw the ball quickly to Sterling Shepard, who goes down. Okay, 3rd and 6. I guess I hit A to throw it to him, and I ended up possession catching it, and he went down. It's my only explanation. I'm going to turn Tony into a curl here. He does have help, so that's not going to be a viable option. I see X. We can't make that throw. I got out of the pocket too quickly. They sent the nickel. I freaked out. Didn't really see much getting open anyways, but maybe back shoulder to Kenny Golladay down the left sideline would have been open if I didn't panic, but I'm going to be panicking. Again, welcome to the series. So don't give him the sideline, please. My first game of Madden 23 isn't going that well. I'd like to be a bit better offensively. I feel like we've moved the ball fairly well at times, but obviously, we've had some bad drives as well. Can't score in every drive. That's football. That's realistic. But I'd like to be scoring on more of them, as that's going to be over the middle. I just don't feel like there was any way to cover that with my current team, dude. Was Blake Martinez supposed to cover every single crossing route? It's rough. Might just control Justin Ellis, try to get in the backfield. Is this a screen? Ellis going after him. Tannehill ends up throwing the ball away. Is that the move? Just get on a defensive lineman and try to wreak havoc? It might be. Oh, Tannehill, QB keeper. It's 3rd and 6, and yeah, it's going to be overpowered probably if I stick on a defensive lineman. Maybe not. Got blocked there. That's a catch on the sideline. Going to be real close. They're going to actually give him the first down. We got to play tighter coverage than that. Plain and simple. 2-minute warning has the Titans knocking on the door of another touchdown, another score. 14-6. They are up in this game. Ellis, big pressure. And that's going to be a completion regardless. Touchdown, Treylon Burks. I don't know. In man coverage, he just won. Won the matchup. Touchdown, Tennessee. It's 21-6. All right, full momentum going here for the Titans. Nice little completion out of bounds there. It is 2nd and 13. We're going to try a screen here. They covered that fairly well. Come on, Saquon. We find 5. They're going to call a timeout. Dude, it's just relax. It's 21-6. Just take it down a notch, please. 3rd and 8. I need to get Kadarius Toney involved. I'm going to streak Kenny Golladay. I'm going to see what this coverage is. Barkley out wide. I mean, no one's over Toney, though. I'm just thinking it's man. based on how he reacted. Maybe not. Nice little mismatch there. Tony dropped the ball. Oh my God, how? They were in man coverage. I did see Jordan Akins get open. It wasn't as open as I thought, actually. Yeah, that would have been bad. Tony is fairly open here. I feel like we had some steps. Got the ball out in front of him. How does he break that up? Derrick Henry averaging 7.5 yards per carry. Don't know how much he's going to feature on this drive, though. Tennessee clearly going to be in 2 minutes. Trying to score before the half. We're going to send 5. We just need to get pressure quickly. Lawrence falls down. Throwing sideline. Martinez. Mismatch. I mean, anyone, Blake Martinez on anybody is a mismatch. Unless Ryan Tannehill goes out for a route. And even then, he played receiver at A&M, as I'm sure you guys know. So that's still probably a mismatch. They're going to have to send out an offensive lineman in order for it to be a mismatch in our favor of Blake Martinez. But down goes Tannehill. It's Azeez Ojulari. Let's go, Azeez. Yeah, Tannehill it all day. Kept dropping back, kept dropping back. Azeez ended up getting off the block, making the play, and giving us a chance here. Tennessee probably not going to be in any hurry. We're still going to be in man coverage. Got chipped off the line a little bit. Wilson can't make the play. Big hit. Timeout, Tennessee. What are they doing? 3rd and 11. Play the sticks. Going to play this with Blake Martinez. We'll call a timeout if we get the football back. We might be able to score. They're going to check down. Love in space. Big hit on Henry. We're going to call a timeout. Tennessee will punt in this situation, surely. And we'll have a really good chance to score here. They're not going for it here, surely. They're lining up in field goal. We're going to come out in the defense. This is so deep. From midfield, Fat Randy, not looking so chunky in the game. And they're going to kick. What are you is Mike Vrabel smoking crack? They sent Randy Bullock out for a 60-yarder? We got a real good opportunity to score here. Are they going to blitz everybody here? I'm going to have to get rid of the football so quickly. We're going to drag Tony. Still slot fade from Sterling Shepard. And we're going to get it quickly to nobody. Oh, God. 2nd and 10. Good timing. Tony! Big catch and a broken tackle. Call timeout number 2. Kadarius Toney can be a superstar for me. He's just got to make more plays. Plain and simple. Here we go. I like that. Sterling Shepard. What is that? What is that? You're kidding. This is how it begins. Me complaining about picks, but this is a joke. It begins. Sterling Shepard on a corner. And I don't mean against a corner. He's against a linebacker. I do see Kevin Byard lurking. I certainly do. But we have space. I pass lead. I switch on to Shepard. And I'm holding forward and triangle or Y to go for the spectacular catch. He just stops moving. He stops moving. Like, maybe it's an incompletion. But it should never be an interception here. Oh, my God. We can still get 2 points out of this. They're on the 1. They do have Derrick Henry. I'm sending everybody. We got to shoot a gap with Tay Crowder. I'm a little flustered. Henry falls forward. I mean, he was going to. That was never not going to happen. We'll call him a timeout. They're going to run. Oh, it's a quarterback keeper. Please, keep him in. Keep him in. Safety. Oh, my goodness, dude. All Tannehill had to do was check out of that and throw the ball quickly. It was a touchdown, probably. We get 2 points back. We have 8 points now. It's not a touchdown, but we got points. Let it go out of bounds. Let it go out of bounds, Tony. Okay, it's not going to bounce. We'll just down it then. If we went out of bounds on the safety punt, we would start with the ball on like the 40 or something. Instead, this will be the final play of the first half around to Saquon. Bad first half, obviously. Only 1 pick, though. I think that's an improvement on last year with Lions franchise by a lot. But that is the first half. Ugly game. We will get the football, so it would have been huge if we were able to score a touchdown. That pick kills. I liked the Sterling Shepard decision in real time. I really did. I thought we were going to have the new like special pass lead outside. Didn't end up happening like that at all. But only 1 first half interception. I know we threw the ball like 6 times. So it's not great when you think about it on a ratio percentage. But like still, Listen, you guys don't care about percentages or things like yards per carry. You only care about cumulative yards, cumulative stats. That's why if somebody gets 1,000 yards, I guess they're just a good running back. Doesn't matter about touches. Saquon, you're a beast, dude. Danico Autry down for Tennessee. He's actually pretty good. Kind of came out of nowhere a little bit. He was like not a great player for a lot of his career. Not like great, but is now like secretly pretty good. How is that happening? I know it's Daniel Jones. That supposedly is perfect accuracy. Kadarius Toney running the whip here has space. Whip route, 3, 4, 5 yards of separation. It's Daniel Jones, I guess. What a bad throw. 3rd and 12. I don't know if Kenny Golladay has a target yet, but I really don't like it. We have to throw to Shepard. Yes, Sterling Shepard. That's what I wanted when I threw the pick to Byard. Big first down. Sterling Shepard looking like vintage Odell there. Little run. Oh, Barkley. Decent gain. As soon as you hit right trigger, they shed the block. Also, I'm noticing Saquon. 8.5 yards per carry. This could be our offense here in the second half. Just kidding. Just kidding. See, that's the problem. We could average 8 yards per carry, and then we have one like played like that, and then it sets up 3rd and long. You really can't run the ball in this spot. I'll really be looking at Kenny Golladay here. He has help. Get it out to the flat. Daniel, please. It's such a long release. Barkley's fumbled the football, and Jeffrey Simmons has recovered. These tackle battles will be the death of me this year, I can tell. I'm going to freak. We can't even look at the throw. But I'll tell you, Daniel Jones looks like he was winding up like a softball pitcher like 3 times before throwing the ball. Get rid of the football. Terrible. 1st and 10, Tennessee. 2nd and 7, quick throw. Somehow complete in front of Darnay Holmes because my corners can't jump anything. Sweet. 3rd and 1. Tennessee pretty much moving the football at will here. We're going to go ahead and pinch this defensive line. See if we can make these gaps a little bit easier to shoot, which sounds counterintuitive, but when you can eat up those blocks, it does make it a bit easier. It's 4th and inches. Tennessee will line up for the field goal here. Content with making this a 24-8 game. Probably the right move, but I would say 4th and inches in the second half here. I would say go for the kill. You have Derrick Henry. If you're paying all that money to Derrick Henry, and Derrick Henry is the best running back in the league, if you believe that, 4th and inches, you give him the ball. Everyone knows what's coming, and you give him the football anyway. All the momentum in Tennessee's favor. Again, we're going to run the ball. Saquon. I misread the blocks. 3rd and 9. I'm going deep. Toney, make a play. Kadarius Toney made a play. Let's go. That was just a dream of good things happening. I thought that there was no way we were actually going to convert that. Yet we do. 1st down. Jordan Akins could not have been more open, by the way. I see him, but we went Kadarius Toney. We called his number instead. Ended up working out. Should it have? It did. I don't care. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it should have or not. What do you think, this is baseball with these advanced expected analytics? Doesn't matter. We got it. Toney, quickly. Good catch. We might need to dial up a screen or two. I just haven't seen it pop up in coach suggestions. But I want to call a screen to Kadarius Toney. We might run stick or something here. Not quite, but it will work. Yep, inside. Sterling Shepard, 1st down. Thank you. 3rd and 6. How comfortable am I in this spot? Obviously 4-down territory. Not technically out of this game just yet. It's just not looking good. We're going to snap the football. Probably wasn't the right move anyway. And going for the field goal here makes it 24-11. Can't do it in this spot. There is still time. We have 10 minutes total of game time left. But the way I see it, touchdown and a 2-point conversion makes it a 1-score game. So I would prefer to do that. Wide open. Jordan Akins. He gets his touchdown. I got to start looking at him more often. 2 passing touchdowns in this game to 2 different tight ends. And Jordan Akins has put us back in it. course, going to go for it here. Is there any way I can get a pitch out of this? Doesn't look like it. 2-point conversion. Get rid of the football quickly. That is knocked up and incomplete. They got pressure so quickly. I mean, when you're under pressure before you can even get a throw of a slant off, you're in rough shape. And that's going to be really bad for our chances of winning. It is a 10-point game, but that means it is a 2-score game as opposed to where it could have been, which is a 1-score game. Can we make a tackle? You got to be kidding me. Second eight is a delay. It's a draw. Henry just shakes off a tackle, although Leonard Williams and Justin Ellis combined to bring him down. 3rd and 7. I would say a stop here is absolutely imperative to our success. It looks like they're going to go ahead and pass 2-by-2. They do have a tight end, Austin Hooper, slot right. Under pressure, throw away by Tannehill. That's good. 4th and 7, punt incoming. We are not out of this game yet. 3rd and 10. Obvious 4-down territory. I'm gonna send Kenny Golladay back. Now that's not great with where Jordan Akins is. Maybe he distracts Kevin Byard enough for me to throw this curl. We're gonna come back to it. Golladay! Big catch for the first time today. Daniel Jones with a very realistic stat line, by the way. Maybe the 2 touchdowns is not realistic, but overall, can't be too mad about that. At least in terms of getting a realistic experience. And I tried to throw the ball, and God, I don't even want to explain it. Just bad stuff. Just bad stuff. 2nd and 14. Rolling out with Danny Dimes. Vanilla Vic is off to the races. Go, Daniel. He's still going. Daniel Jones out at the 44 after a gain of 23. That could have been so bad. It ended up being real good. All right. Still in this game. Can't forget about the running game. Saquon probably not going to get 150. But as a team, after that big Daniel Jones run, it is possible. Working off play action. Got to throw to Shepard. Sterling Shepard, nice gain, 1st down. Working off play action. A little check down to Akins. Nope. Perfect accuracy, bullet pass. Somehow not complete. 2nd and 10. Quick throw to Barkley. All right. 3rd and 9. Absolutely need a 1st down here. 3rd down and 9. We're just going to lob it. Shepard can't go up and get it. Didn't really like any of those options. Field goal has to be done. Yeah, I'm looking back at it here. I mean, maybe Jordan Akins with a perfect throw is probably the read. Really didn't like it coming out of the backfield. But at that point, that's probably the read. But obviously, you can see the progression. We're reading the left side of the field at this point. And after missing an extra point early in the game, Graham Gano needs to nail one from 48 to keep us in it. Kick is up. And it is good. Still a little bit early on that. Thank goodness that snuck in. Our hopes are still alive. Now the question becomes, do we onside it with 4.5 minutes to go, 3 timeouts? I don't think so. We can't afford for them to get a field goal. Run left. We're going to fill the gap, force him back inside. Good tackle. No need to worry about about timeouts right now. Just focus on making plays. Just fill up gaps. We need the guys behind us to make plays. And I'm talking about the second level. We need these DBs, safeties to come up and make plays. They're actually going to pass the ball here. Quick throw in front of Darnay Holmes for a 1st down. And Dexter Lawrence is injured. Does not bode well for our success in the rest of this game. One of the biggest space eaters on our defensive line, one of the best players, period, is maybe going to be done for the game. Jalen Holmes comes in. Still have Leonard Williams, though. Shoulder strain, guess what? Play through it. We need you. We need you right now. 2nd and 11. I mean, this still could be a pass. Man coverage. Force the ball out quickly. Quick throw. And it's going to be a completion. And yards after catch. Justin Ellis can't get him. Austin Hooper's done. Leonard Williams is not catching him. It's a touchdown, Tennessee. Yeah, that's not great. That isn't great. You know, it's wild that they're not opting to run the ball in these situations. But when we're in man coverage and when we blitz, and they win in man coverage every time, and they've beaten zone too, so it's not like one is better to call than the other for us right now. But it's like, what are we really supposed to do? Probably the biggest thing I'm noticing about all Madden difficulty and this team is, as far as I can tell, we're not getting a whole lot of separation. That just isn't happening. So that makes it a little bit tougher to move the football. And man, if we're not in the hurry up, a lot of time's coming off the clock. We are going to run the ball again, though. We have a timeout, so I think this is probably the best way to move the football, honestly. I know that seems crazy at this point, but it's just been very difficult to throw the ball, especially, you know, at any length down the field. Quick throw to Tony. Hopefully that stops the clock. Nope, it's going to keep going. He didn't get out of bounds, I guess. Can't waste a timeout just yet. We're going to need those. We just got to score now. Quick throw again to the outside. Maybe a drop is better there. 2nd and 10. Tony, we waited on it. Big catch. He can't get out of bounds. It's a big gain, though. We might throw a jump ball to Kenny Golladay. I just don't want Kevin Byard to help on that. Wide open. Darius Slayton. You got to catch it. Touchdown, Darius Slayton. Wide open. I don't know what they're doing. I noticed that on the right side. They just left him. Daniel Jones, real solid throw. The only question was whether or not Darius Slayton was going to end up making the play. Gets feet down. I mean, maybe even more than 2 steps there. Big touchdown. And we are back in the game again. A minute to play. 3 timeouts. Oh my God, dude. I've missed another one. It goes so much slower. We're going to go for the onside here. Maybe a bit of a bold call. They've recovered it. Oh, gosh. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I hope that we don't get the ball back, and I'll tell you why. If we end up scoring a touchdown and I have to go for a 2-point conversion and don't get it, I'm going to be devastated. I've left 2 points on the board. Doesn't sound like a lot, but in an 8-point game right now, it's a lot. I've really missed 2 extra points. This is insane. Big tackle. 3rd and 9. They're going to run the football again. Yeah, it's a first down. Oh, it doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. Just on the bright side, the missed extra points don't even end up mattering in the least. So there is that. They're really going to run the ball here? Oh, dude, what a joke. What a joke. This is how Derrick Henry gets 2,000 yards. They come out in victory formation and kneel it. They kneel it. And then they come out the next play and they run the ball with Derrick Henry. Nice, dude. We didn't get 150-plus yards and win. That would have been nice for the staff points. On the not-so-bright side, we lost. 31-23. We got to face the music. Got to face the reporters here. What bullshit are you going to tell me? Saquon. Sick jersey, dude. It literally says Ojulari on the back. Yeah, I can't even. Azeez Ojulari, number 26. Saquon got a custom jersey. That's sweet. He's a big Azeez Ojulari fan. He's like, I got to keep my number. Jesus. But that is going to do it for episode 1. Starting out, of course, 0-1. Wouldn't have it any other way. However, Panthers, maybe a winnable game. Cowboys going to be tough. And then the Bears in week 4, I'm eyeing a victory. Hope so. That's going to do it for episode 1, guys. Hope to see you for episode 2. Use code Bengal and Underdog, and you get a deposit match up to $100. It's fantasy football. You guys like fantasy football. I don't know how I just said football, but click the link in the description. And if you're buying tickets for anything, use code Bengal on SeatGeek. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.